What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Drake News. Because I swear to God, it's all Drake News. John Hogan. Holy John Hogan's is here? Nigga, where have you been? You've been locked up? John Hogan's is here? Jeez. Man, this must be a magical night. I haven't seen John Hogan's in about 2 years, seems like. He got a wrench and was like, Rich, thank you. Woo! I got mine. It's like, what happened to John Hogan? Oh, man. That's why I can't give out wrenches no more, boy. They get wrenches and they just go. He's like, I'm still on the Patreon. That's what's up. Yep, you see, I've been updating the Patreon. I've been doing it all. I forgot to hit the button to send the video for the Patreon. I got the video ready to go, and I thought you guys have seen it. So I'm just now realizing now I didn't hit the button, so you didn't see that video. Oh, well, don't worry. You'll see it tonight. I just got to go upstairs and hit it. We'll do it after this video then. Seeing Happy tonight. Happy, I was actually getting some activity, but a arrest was made outside Drake's home yesterday, and it added more questions than it did answer. Oh, that's Drake's lawn keeper. Well, it seems that Oprah video on there was fire on the Patreon. Oh, yeah. Well, it's another one that's going to be quite interesting. It's the one with Lucian Grange and all of his ownership of this whole situation. He's like the emperor right now. So, yeah, you're going to like that video. All I got to do is hit the button. But let's stay where we are right now. So Drake's home was vandalized and attacked, right? And a man who was out there was arrested. Now, this is right after a
remains
shooting
tight outside the Bridle Path mansion owned by Drake, one day after a shooting that sent one of his security guards to hospital.
And that security was tested today with a steady stream of people coming to see the home, something neighbors say has become a regular occurrence both before and after the shooting. CTV's Janice Golding is live tonight on the Bridle Path with the latest. Janice.
Hi, Michelle. Yes, police have yet to confirm whether or not Drake was inside the home at the time of the shooting, but I can tell you there is a large security presence here, and they actually dealt with a threat this afternoon. Take a look.
Is that necessary? Is that necessary?
Not sure. CCTV.
Is that necessary?
It's CCTV.
I'm asking you a question. Is it necessary?
Yes.
It really isn't.
Security was on high alert at Drake's Bridle Path home today.
Not necessary.
He's coming off Drake's property. Security guards and a swath of police surrounding and apprehending a man under the Mental Health Act following an attempted break-in at the grounds. A multi-million-dollar mansion that's always drawn a lot of attention, never more so than now, however. The curious drawn to see exactly where a security guard was wounded in a drive-by shooting.
Now, ooh.
It feels very surreal. I mean, we're here as tourists, and we just came to see Drake's house, and we heard this big story.
I feel that can be very scary to Drake because it's his life and his house.
People who live and work in the area describe.
Now, let's pause here. Now, let's focus on this point right here. All of a sudden, a guy was arrested under the Mental Health Act. How do you know this guy is mentally health required already during an arrest? Did he come from a mental hospital? How are you already making that assumption? That is a mental health situation. Why is the security guard so focused, hyper-focused on the media? Is that necessary? Is that really necessary? But is it necessary? He's coming on Drake's property. He's being arrested. Why are you questioning or worried about us filming this? We're out here doing a report, and in the middle of us doing a report, here comes a guy trying to break into the house, and we're filming the day after it was going down. Why is that security guard so nervous? Why is he so hyper-focused on the media recording all of this arrest? Because it's staged. This guy is staged. You see, y'all got to understand, you're dealing with a master manipulator and a liar, okay? Drake and his team have staged all of this crap. See, you're not going to fool Cino with all this foolery. You get the stupid people involved. And see, that's Toronto news. They're trying to influence people into believing things that are not true. That's what they do. Did you notice the people that they interviewed who were the tourists? Do you want to know what their nationality was and why they were there outside to be filming at that particular time to take pictures and be on camera for the interview? Do you know why they were there? To paint a narrative of it's a dangerous place and Drake's in danger and we're going to get back to the rest of this because the rest of this is going to be even more telling. So Drizzy Smollett is once again trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Now, before we get to that, and we'll go back to that, we got to show you something else that's quite interesting. Yeah, see, when we go through Drake news, we don't just keep going over the same thing over and over and over again. We're not academic, okay? We're here to give you, every video has been something new that we didn't talk about before. This is something new, once again, to discuss. We don't just drill people for hits and views. I was enjoying the NBA, actually, and watching my money go down the drain with the goddamn Cleveland game. Now, take a look at the guy. This is the guy that was arrested, right? I want you to take a good look at him because I want to show you something. This is the guy they say is mentally insane and all this stuff. Does this guy look mentally insane to you? Is there something about him that looks mentally like he's incapable of things? Let me see if I can blow this up. They say, well, you can't really tell mental health. You know, you can't really, gauge. But what I can do is based off his appearance, it's telling me this guy comes from money. This guy is very well groomed. He's very pretty much moves, hair, everything, like he came from a goddamn salon. His eyebrows are very much arched. So this is a guy who takes very good care of himself. This doesn't strike me as a mentally damaged human being that had a urge just to break into Drake's house. Okay? So this is why I got to call out. He looks like an actor that was in a B movie that you never seen, a crisis actor. That's exactly what he looked like. Drizzy Smollett is out here running plays. That's what it looks like. Another distraction to go along with an agenda. See, I have to show this stuff to you so you guys would understand. No, he don't look like a hobo. He don't look like anybody that went through a mental. This dude looked like he came out of Mario Tricosi doggone salon and decided that all of a sudden he's crazy. He's finna break into Drake's house. Come on, man. Who they think they fooling with this? Who they think there's no sympathy for you, buddy. You're not the victim. Stop. You're not the victim, Drake. You can paint the narrative. Didn't he say you can shape the narratives, however, shape the story however you want? The people are not dumb. He just told you that in the rap. You can shape the story however you want, Drake. The people are not dumb. Those minions who you paying, Maul, academics, all of them, Vlad, all these, they don't control the people. And as you can see, they're useless. Nobody cares what they think. Nobody gives a shit about what they think. They can see for themselves who won or lost. They can come up with any excuse in the world. It don't help. Because they're the ones. Kendrick ain't doing nothing. He's sitting back chilling. Y'all scattering like roaches. Coming up with story after story. Every day it's a new goddamn story. Now, man is arrested. My place was vandalized. Somebody shot. Drake's now talking about he's a depressed person. If I die, people will remember my memories. He's trying to grab sympathy at every damn turn.
The increased focus on Drake's home as very alarming.
It's quite devastating, really. You know, we haven't really seen this much of excitement. That's what I call it.
It's scary because this area is, it's exclusive.
Especially as speculation abounds as to what precipitated the 2 a.m. shooting that sent a security guard standing outside Drake's front gates to hospital with life-threatening injuries.
It's really sad. The security guards are so amazing.
Natasha works next door and says she's angry about what happened.
Because they're sitting ducks. There's no anywhere for them to go. You know what I mean? Like they're just out in the open. I mean, there's a place up here and they have a security guard house.
Police have not provided a motive, but this comes as a decade-old feud between Drake and fellow artist Kendrick Lamar hit fever pitch.
Wow, now it's Kendrick.
A beef that exploded over the weekend when each released songs flinging allegations and insults at each other.
Between Lamar and Drake, there's millions of followers on a number of social media platforms. So they're going to be going through all of that to see if there were any threats leveled in the last 72 hours or so.
And while investigators work behind the scenes, private security and uniformed police are protecting the scene on the ground. Now, Toronto police say there are a lot of security cameras in the area, so they're busy pouring through footage. They haven't released any video yet, nor any images, however, of the suspect vehicle. Reporting live, I'm Janice Golding. Now back to Nathan.
Now
we're going to turn to...
Let's go and take it from the top. Now, not one of them in Toronto bringing up the weekend and his situation with Cash and what happened with the security. None of them are mentioning that. They keep talking about Kendrick Lamar, who has nothing to do with any of this. The guys trying to break into the house, why are they mentioning Kendrick Lamar? Because it is orchestrated. Everybody on the internet's been talking about the weekend and his beef with the weekend, OVO versus XO. That's all you've been hearing about. So why is it, or how is it possible that they can sit there and forget all of this? and go straight to Kendrick Lamar. Well, his beef with Kendrick, it's just kind of like bringing all the stuff in together.
Tony Award 5 time.
It is definitely a drawback. Like, people in Toronto don't know what's going on. Right. They're painting a narrative so that the casual people who watch the news, because people in hip hop, they don't watch the damn news. The people in hip hop do not watch the news. The majority of them don't. So this is for the casual people that walks around. So now they're going to be looking at Kendrick like, oh, this is dangerous to have Kendrick Lamar do these things. This beef thing got to stop. Well, it doesn't fool me for a minute, because when you start seeing people who just don't get it and the situations that they provide to the general public is entirely different. Mm-hmm. Tethers. Right. Exactly. It's a cover up. Oh, yeah. That's what everybody's doing now. That's the new way.
Now we're going to turn to the investigation.
So when everybody
Good evening. Security remains tight.
When they start looking at the occasions and they start saying to themselves, what's actually happening here on these grounds? What's really happening with this break-in? Why do you need a fake break-in? What is your point? The point is this: they want you to believe the narrative that they placed. They want you to believe Drake's in danger. This is dangerous. We got to stop this beef. So that they said, oh, now the narrative was Drake was going to release a song. But when the shooting happened, that's when he stopped. Drake was going to keep going. He wasn't going to quit. That wasn't an I quit by Drake. Oh, no, that wasn't an I quit. That was an I quit by Drake. Now he needs the reason to say, oh, I'm out of the beef. Well, I'm seeing people lose their lives. So, I got to stop this beef, and I'll be man enough to stop it now. People are getting hurt. And, I'm not saying this was because of that, but, life is more valuable and precious than us going back and forth. He wants to play. He's like a politician. He's trying to play that narrative. He's trying to play that card and pull that string of sympathy so people can sympathize with him for losing, sympathizing with him for basically everything. Drake is putting out cryptic posts about death and hate after he lost to Kendrick. Oh my God. Like, why are we doing this to poor Drake? He's been holding it down for so long. I mean, this is not fair. Well, people predicted that Drake would eventually be in this position. Like I said, there is tons of reasons why I say there's a reason why I say these things. I'm trying to be very guarded in how I put these comments because there's a lot going on in this situation. So I'm putting it in words that won't miss. There's so many millions of dollars at stake, right? That once the Hard Part 6 dropped and it didn't chart like the other disc records, it came in like 12th and he lost a lot of money. Like it has 1 million dislikes, over 1 million dislikes. This is the first Drake song in history that has had 1 million dislikes. It has more dislikes than likes. That's never happened in a Drake song ever. Ever. That's scary. After you did a $400 million deal with this man. And all of this, the machine, and that's why they trying to get Universal involved. Like Kendrick is about to mess up the big bag with your boy. Because he's damaged. He's not just lost a rap battle. He's losing everything now. Nobody's interested in anything he's putting out right now. That Hard Part 6 doomed him. They was like, it got 16 million views. He looking like he doing all right to me. Nah, he ain't. He ain't. When you got 1 million dislikes, because those are the real views. When you got 1 million dislikes and you got about 600,000 likes and you got 1 million dislikes, there is a problem down there. It's just so much damage control work being done here because he's so micromanaged that you can't understand how much of a problem is. Every hour there's something else. You had academics go on TMZ as to like, who the fuck would put this guy on TMZ? Like, who is he? So he goes on TMZ to let you know he's a plant. One. But he says Kendrick is winning, but Drake is still alive. Oh my God. So all of these scenarios appear out of nowhere, right? And all of the things that he was presenting in front of the world is now blowing up because Kendrick did exactly what he said he was going to do. And he exposed this guy to be the liar he was. And that's, first of all, when you lose that credibility battle, now all bets are off. You lied in your freestyles by calling Kendrick the liar. You said he was lying about the cease and desist for the Like That record. You lied about that and never explained it when it was brought out that you lied about it. When all the information came out, you never addressed it. You never addressed the fact that you getting lipo. You never addressed any of these things. So that's how I know you are a liar and a manipulator. Like, we all know more. Like, the secrets, we can go further with that. There's a lot of stuff out there that people know. It's not even a joke anymore. It's like people know what this is. Now, today is back to the secret daughter, right? Allegedly, some guy who's the whistleblower comes out after Drake was talking about, if anyone's seen my daughter, come provide her for me. All of a sudden, it's these leaks. Now, I don't trust these leaks. This is why I didn't talk about it. Like, a lot of these seem fake. A lot of them, like, that could be a cousin or a niece. We don't know. But all of these pictures just materialize and pop up. Like, this could be his niece, his cousin, or what have you. So everybody's like, we found the 11-year-old girl. We found this girl. So now that these photos have leaked and they're flying out everywhere, everybody's talking about this girl, right? Then when you remember her, Eternity, she popped up. But we actually found his sons, right? And we brought up the letters and nobody was talking about it. And then there he is with Adonis and he don't seem happy. But he is out there publicly with this kid with the blonde hair and blue eyes. But he doesn't address his black children, right? That he's allegedly taking care of. So, with this whole break-in situation that took place, why, and everybody else now is talking about the weekend. Why are they still mentioning Kendrick Lamar beef with Drake on the news? No talk of the weekend, no talk of the situation whatsoever. When they had it for 2 days, all this information about the weekend, Cash, their beef, everything, all been laying out and pushed into the public. Why are they not talking about it now? All of this is a distraction. Right. He has a baby with an adult film star, and there is no video. For They're Not Like Us. Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. On the corporate side of things, when you go up against Drake, you're going up against a corporation. You're going up against an industry. Now, unfortunately, there is a big problem that's brewing. Now, the beef that's with Kendrick Lamar and Drake has some different characters involved that people wouldn't expect. Jack Dorsey from Twitter is weighing in, and that he's got pride for Kung Fu Kenny, his guy, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar has a lot of fans in the industry, and these people are not easily swayed to give in to the powers of Drake. Drake is good in his age bracket. Older people, they really don't like Drake. It's these 20-year-olds. Like, they like Drake because he's catering to their music now. Even though he's like 37, he's rapping with these, these Tizo touchdown type of guys and and all these syrupy rappers that the young kids are. So he's trying to get that young audience so they're relatable to Drake now. Like, most of them don't even remember Best I Ever Had. They don't remember that at all. Most of these Drake fans, they barely remember that stuff. They know this trap version of Drake. This is what they grew up with. Yeah, trap Drake, man. Drake is real. They know that guy. Yeah, the former CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, he said that the heart emoji was an old 2011 Kendrick Lamar post advertising a Toronto concert on June 16th. We all know Toronto is Drake's home city, so some fans speculated that the 616 and Kendrick Lamar diss references was talking about that post. And they said, give it a week. That's what Dorsey said. And Not Like Us is going to be voted top 10 best diss record of all time after 1 week. They said, give it a week, and people are going to realize Kendrick just dropped probably 3 of the top 10 best diss records. Trap Drake, drill Drake, whatever Drake you want to call him. Well, they want to keep you distracted with all this daughter talk and all that. Forget all that. Kendrick has a lot of industry fans. Taylor Swift loved Kendrick Lamar way back in the day. You forget Kendrick Lamar is on Bad Blood. That wasn't a remix. He's on the song Bad Blood when she was dissing Katy Perry. So she was in a battle before Kendrick Lamar. And she ran, Katy Perry ran and grabbed Nicki Minaj. Taylor Swift had Kendrick Lamar. She got Nicki Minaj, and he went and grabbed. She got Kendrick on the track. Right. I'm more concerned about the 17-year-old girl. See, what y'all need to be concerned about is the fact that Drake has exposed the fact he doesn't like black women and he doesn't view them the same as white women. By the way, he's been treating other alleged babies that he has with black women. He doesn't claim them. He pays them to keep everything out. Well, you got to understand, Drake moves in a different energy. So when you start thinking, what's the different energy and trying to figure all that out, you're going to be lost in the sauce, just trying to go through it. Now, the fact that Kendrick has Taylor as a friend, he knows that. Drake wants to manipulate that connection so that he can go in a direction that he wanted to go. Oh, yeah, this is the newest lie or whatever that's out there. I don't trust nothing that they got out there on Twitter. He stole all his stuff from Twitter. All of these lyrics that he put in there from Not Like Us. If he took it all from Twitter, guess what? That means he's a genius. If he could take all these rhymes and lyrics from everybody else, Ovi-Ho and everything else, and put it together in a song and make the greatest diss record of Drake and end Drake's whole career, he's a genius. You're not going to get anybody to go along with this crap. Understand that, okay? We don't care. Drake out here in a pink apron. Like Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift. And he was like, she's the biggest gangster in the music game right now. Well, you better tread lightly. They have no angle on Kendrick. None. But Pusha ain't the one to do anything. What Pusha did was, he did it. That's what I'm saying. People can have dislikes, but when your dislike is coming with different energy, it's like Jason Whitlock, right? Me and Jason Whitlock might agree about one situation that we might be on the same side for, but he's coming from a level of no morality. He's coming from with an agenda. Right? She know Kendrick lyrics from his old raps. Backseat freestyle or whatever, the backseat freestyle, that was her. She know that line for line. What Push did was change the narrative. Pusha changed the narrative into the people's favor. And as people that wanted to see Drake lose so bad, he didn't lose. This is what I was trying to tell y'all, and y'all wouldn't listen for 4 years. Y'all just wanted to see Drake lose. I'm like, Drake was right. This dude is a hater. He came up hating on Drake for no reason. Jealous. I'm like, dude, I can tell a jealous dude when I see one. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, this dude's just jealous of Drake. Because he can't rap like Drake. He can't make songs like Drake. He's just jealous. So that's what his thing was coming from, a selfish perspective. Kendrick is not jealous of this dude at all. He knows he's better than him. He don't care about him. This guy's just an arrogant prick. He's been taking shots at Kendrick since he got started in the game. And when he did the Control verse, his arrogance in the whole process almost got him destroyed. And he was about to come after him then. And Kendrick had his song ready. He went to the radio station, started talking crazy. Then Drake's team told the radio station, can the whole interview. Don't release it. They still got that interview and can't release it because Drake's team wouldn't do that. They said, nope, we canceling the interview. Nope, do not air that interview. And in the interview, because the guy who interviewed him talked about it to the media, was like, he was going in on Kendrick. And at that time, that wouldn't have been good for him. His team was like, oh, this ain't good. This ain't good. He got Dr. Dre, he got Snoop, he got Eminem. No, this was not a good time for you to do that. And they were right. It saved him. Well, Drake has a song that was similar to XXXTentacion. X. Y'all remember that, right?
For me, Drake a genius. He was supposed to contact one of my managers. So he doesn't do it. That same fucking week, bro.
Demon just got up. I gave my bro an advance. Love is just not in my plan. Not even taking a check.
I hear da in my den. I'm like, what the fuck?
I like bitch, you is your mess. Ay, can't keep my dick in my pants. Ay, my bitch don't love me no more. Ay, she kicked me out on life, bro.
You could take his verse, like they did a mashup. They put his verse on my song, and the cadence is literally just at the same tempo.
Demon just got out of can. I gave my bro an advance. Love is just not in my plan. Not even taking a chance. My life bitch, you is your mess. Ay, can't keep my dick in my pants.
Man.
My bitch don't love me no more. Ay, she kicked me out on life, bro.
Drake hit up a DJ that I fuck with. He was like, yo, the nigga Drake, watch your interview. He said he fuck with you. He saying he go call your manager within the next few days. So I'm amped up. Nigga, I fuck with Drake.
Yeah.
You feel me? Drake a genius. He was supposed to contact one of my managers. So he doesn't do it. That same fucking week, bro.
Demon just got up. I gave my bro an advance.
And we all know what happened to him. We all know what happened to X, right? Right? I'm not saying he was involved in anything, but the lawyer was crazy in court, bringing it up, right? And it was very weird how the transition of this news happened. Let's listen to the trial. Something very interesting happened.
XXXTentacion. Today, we're hearing from rapper Drake's attorney. Local 10 News reporter Ian Margol is covering this trial and joins us inside the courtroom in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, this morning, Drake's attorney appeared here in court, and he was addressing an order that the court had released saying Drake had to appear for a deposition. This is all related to the murder trial for 3 men who are accused of murdering XXXTentacion back in 2018. At the time, rumors were swirling on social media that the killing had something to do with the beefs that the rapper had with Drake or another group, Migos. BSO eventually arrested 4 men, Trayvon Newsom, Dietrich Williams, Michael Boatwright, and Robert Allen, in connection to the robbery and murder. The prosecutors have said this was a crime of opportunity, not a wider plot to kill XXXTentacion. However, about a week ago, Judge Michael Yusen did write an order saying Drake would have to appear for a deposition later this month. In response, this morning, an attorney for Drake showed up in court to contest the order, saying not only were the subpoenas not served properly, but there's not any evidence that Drake was involved at all.
At this point, I think you have a cooperating witness that corroborates that Mr. Graham has nothing to do with this case. Mr. Graham is not listed in any report. Mr. Graham, I don't believe has been discussed whatsoever in this case, to my knowledge, other than rumor and innuendo.
So essentially, the judge agreed to set aside that order. However, he did say to the attorney, look, work with the defense. They are going to eventually set up a deposition that Drake will speak in about his involvement, or for the matter, his non-involvement in this situation. For the rest of the day, we are likely going to be hearing the state getting another opportunity to speak to their star witness. We will continue to keep you posted every step of the way. If these men are eventually convicted, they face up to life in prison. Live in Fort Lauderdale.
Now, you heard what was supposed to happen, right? So now that you heard what was supposed to go down, Drake was supposed to come there and have a thing where he can come in private, sit there and talk. Right? You just heard it. So they set it up where he can have this meeting where they can go in there and they can talk it out. Right. They're going to hash these things out and oh no. I just wanted y'all to remember what was said. Because it got real crazy after that. The judge made a decision not to drag Drake into it. Not only that, not only did the judge decide not to drag Drake into it, it got so crazy.
And there's plenty of case law that says, you know, the right to compulsory process is meaningless unless it can be backed up with judicial action, contempt.
It was confusing
and
to the masses as to why he was not allowed to testify at all. All of a sudden, all of the things that they agreed to was off the table. Just like that. Now it makes no sense. How? I'm not saying he had anything to do with any of it. I'm just saying when there was grounds for them to get a testimony from him about the situation, they chose to do nothing about the situation.
Is Drake responsible for the
Let's take it back.
Is Drake responsible for the death of Florida rapper XXXTentacion? The Canadian artist was the subject of one defense attorney's opening statement. Michael Boatwright, Dedrick Williams, and Trayvon Newsom are on trial for first-degree murder and robbery with a firearm for the June 2018 shooting of the 20-year-old rapper, whose real name was José
Listen to
Armstrong.
this.
The attorney for Dedrick Williams said in his statement that before his death, the victim made claims on social media that if anything happened to him, Drake was behind it. XXXTentacion later retracted those claims. Now the defense claims Drake wasn't properly investigated.
He came on social media and said, guys, before he dies, if anybody kills me, it's Drake. Do you think in that time span that they went and they addressed him, they talked to him? No. Do you think sitting here today, years later, any detective has ever asked, Drake or anybody like that? No, they never did that. So you ask yourself, how could that be?
The prosecution argued that there was no evidence linking Drake to this crime. A judge had previously denied a request to force Drake to be deposed in this case. Investigators say XXXTentacion was leaving a motorcycle shop in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, when he was ambushed, robbed, and shot to death in his vehicle. Drake has not been charged in connection with XXXTentacion's death. A fourth defendant, Robert Allen, has pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and armed robbery for his role in the crime and is set to be sentenced later this month. He is a prosecution witness and testified against the other three defendants. The trial is expected to last until March, and all three suspects have pleaded not guilty to the charges against them. For Inside Edition.
Now, not saying he did anything. Why did they decide to move in that fashion? Why they didn't interview him? Why, after agreeing that Drake could give a statement, they come to the conclusion Drake don't have to give a statement? He's good. He ain't got to give a statement. Don't y'all think that's kind of weird? The lawyer was in there saying, hey, man, there's been threats, there's been stuff going on here, and then all of a sudden he's set up in like a hit, and this guy's not questioned at all? There's no questioning at all? When the judge first said, okay, yeah, well, we'll put it here, after Drake's lawyer shows up at the request by them, and they agreed to set up, well, Drake could come there and just give a statement of his or involvement in the situation, and it was decided that nothing was going to be done. I'm just saying. Things look a little strange in the light. The OVO media team, all of them, man, dude, all of them got folded by Kendrick. The ghostwriters got beat. His media team got beat. Everything got beat. It's over. And now they got to see if they could salvage Drake. If there's anything salvageable in the Drake era. You know, Drake needs sympathy in order for this to happen. And it's not happening right now. So what they're doing is they're just coping. It's like a coping mechanism. Well, other people are put in a situation where they could rest. They could take things slow. They put in a position where they can get their mind straight. Drake doesn't operate like that. He has basically a sweatshop mentality. All the people that work there. Now, all the people that they put on this train to try to fool the masses because they get all these views. But when the majority of your views are bots and not real people, it don't mean anything. See, real people matter in this situation.
Bro, listen to the.
And when you got real people that's out there that matter, and you got bots and all this old craziness, Drake has never been fond of Black women. He's never been respectful to them. He goes after the Black women that he uses basically as trophy pieces. He does that, uses them to make himself look blacker. Black women have said this countless times about them, like about Drake, period. Yes. And what do you think him dating Rihanna was for? She's Barbadian, but why was he dating Rihanna? To highlight himself and the fact that he was beefing with Chris Brown. And she made him look like a sucker when he trying to kiss her on stage and she just curbed him. I mean, hell, the whole industry done damn near had Rihanna, but the thing is when he had Rihanna, he gonna sit there and diss her on the Your Loss album. He dissed a lot of black women on that album. He was dissing Serena about talking about her husband. He's a groupie. All because he got curved. He's mad at ASAP like, oh, you went with somebody lesser than me. Why are you you mad about it if you Drake that she don't want to be with you? Whenever he feel he needs some blackness, that's when he go grab black folks. He gonna do a feature with Rick Ross and how many more black features till you feel that you black enough? I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he acting tough. He was a spoiled little boy, not knowing how to deal with situations. He was used to dealing with situations that he could control. And when he dealt with a situation he couldn't control, that was it. Well, that's what happens when you park your bus, though, next to academics. And I'm like, you lost the battle right there. When you leak push-ups to academics, you've already lost. That battle was over. And it's not because I don't like academics. Everybody, you jealous? He leaked the record. Where he supposed to leak it with you? No, stand on your own record. Don't give it to me. What you leaking it to me for? You put it out. It's your diss record. You own it. But if you're going to leak it to somebody and you want this to be real and you want to be respected in the game, you do it for real. You don't do it halfway. This social media now, back in the day, if people didn't have their social media, they would have leaked it on their own thing. Claim it. Like Kendrick manager said, man, we ain't responding to that. We don't know if that's Drake or AI or whatever. He ain't own it. You giving it to academics and all these other losers, to your media cronies who just compromise themselves. Well, to the rest of the public, because to me, I already know better than to listen to academics about any damn thing. The hell he know about rap? Nothing. So who will be going to him for information is silly. Oh man, we only got that many likes. Damn, I opened it up for everybody to like, share, and subscribe. Did I need to put the banner back up there? Hopefully y'all all subbed up. Right. You don't leak it to academics. That was where your downfall started it off. You started it off on the wrong road because you were not sure and wasn't confident on the song you just put out. So you want to see how it performs with the people by leaking it through academics. And if it's getting some good response, then you'll claim it. So he leaked it out there and letting people guess if it's AI, if it's Drake, is it not? And when it first came out, people didn't know. Was it AI? Was it Drake? Was it not? And as soon as it starts, I said, don't nobody know if this AI or not, but I'm going to tell you why I think this is Drake. Y'all remember that? Said it flat out. Mm-hmm. I said it flat out. Let me see if I got this for the people. There I go. There's that intro. Oh, here we go. All right. I guess we're going, but I think. Man, what's up? What's up? Everybody is going off. They are going up over this new diss track, allegedly by Drake. I gotta watch. And they say, well, why you say drop and give me 50? Is allegedly by Drake, see, no? The reason I say it's allegedly by Drake, because this could be an AI. We don't know. Drake has not come out and addressed this. Drake didn't come out and say, here's my track. Yep. It was released kind of weirdly. Yep. So this could be, it could be AI. But we will go over why this does not look like the case. See? Right there. We're going to go over why this isn't the case. Why the key factors of things that he said in that song, this is not AI. So I told you from the gate, it was weird when he released Push-Ups. Because everybody had titled it Drop and Give Me 50. It was all over YouTube channels as Drop and Give Me 50. Then he labeled it Push-Ups. And then he put it out when then he came and did it. Yeah, and I said, I'm going to let you know why I don't think it is, because I listen to lyrics. I listen to what the people are actually saying. And I can put things 1 and 2 pieces together and say, yep. I don't think this is AI. This is definitely Drake. So the thing is that Drake has been saying the same disses for the first song. Since that song, Taylor made, he's been saying the same damn thing about his wife. He's been attacking Kendrick through his wife because he got nothing else to do. he doesn't know how to diss Kendrick Lamar. And that is how bad he's done, bad of a job he's doing, is that he's got to diss everybody else. Because he got stuff he could diss them on. So he'll spend the whole record dissing them, and then he'll go and say some little stuff again about Kendrick's wife, Dave Freeze. He's been doing that the same thing on the first one. I'm like, God, this dude keeps going on. Mm-hmm. People don't realize that when you go through this scenario in life, when you're looking at people who are like complete puppets, and you got somebody who's used in the media and trying to be indifferent. Oh, the game and Rick Ross. What do I look like talking about that? Like, what's the energy in that? I mean, first of all, Rick Ross can't rap. Game will beat him in a rap. Why even go back and forth with that? That's just going to help him sell some more liquor. Rick Ross is a talker. It's not even about who won the beef. The beef is over. There ain't nothing else it ain't about who won or lost. I don't need DJ academics to confirm who won or lost. We all know who won or lost. You see, that's what I'm saying. You don't need me to tell you who won and lost. You don't need anybody to tell you who won and lost. You listen for yourself, and you know who won and lost. We sit here just commentating on who won or lost. It wasn't even a question for me. I knew right going into this where this was going to end up. But now everybody see and agree that, damn, y'all were right. We didn't know Kendrick was this good. You know how many of those I got in the messages? Like, man, I ain't never really listened to Kendrick like that. I heard, we are not all right. I didn't know he had all this in him. Then you got people still trying to hold on to Drake. Drake made him do this. Drake brought the best out in Kendrick. So you got to give Drake some credit. No, I don't. You think that was his plan? I'm going into this battle because I want to bring out the best in Kendrick. I want this guy to ruin my career. I want him to mess up tens of millions of dollars. They will do anything to try to have that consolation prize. They will do anything to try to have that consolation prize, baby. They got to have it. No, because if you don't have that aspect of the game together, if you don't have that you know, that what they called tenacity. If you ain't got that together, you're going to have problems. If you don't have that energy correct, you're going to have problems. Mm-hmm. I know, man. I forgot to hit the button for the Patreon, man. Let me do that right now while it's right at midnight. So it's right at midnight. I'm going to go ahead and hit the button for y'all. Does Drake make good records? Yes, he does. He makes good records. He has more records that I liked that he made than Kendrick has made so far. I've always stated that. Kendrick didn't have a lot of material out there. But, like I said, Drake music is like cotton candy. Kendrick songs are like a full course meal. So, when you have a full course meal, it moves a little different. Boom, it's uploaded. Now, all of these angles that people are playing, they're playing a dangerous game. Seriously, they playing a very dangerous game. Yes, we got a chat now on the Patreon, so people can chat with me. And people be answering questions in the chat. So it get out sometimes. But people think like I live in the chat. It's like, dude, I'll be live half of the time. So most of my questions that I ask for people is already there. It's a lot of people that have disagreements or, you know, people are disgruntled about certain scenarios and equations that they might feel. But when you have a baby by an adult film star, how are you even in any range to talk about a man who's been with his life, his high school girlfriend, and trying to brag like she's sleeping around on people? Dude, how many, your woman actually got paid for penises? And you said that was your baby mama. And that blows my mind that you are in a position to talk about a man who's, you know, with his fiance for however long there is. You know, they're not married for whatever the reason may be. That's their business, but they still together. So what you need to be focused on is not her. Oh, man. Drake will be back, only in a rerun. That dude's career is over. Really, it is right now. And the reason that it's over is, and right now, it's because he doesn't know he needs to take a hiatus. He needs to really go on a break and make people say, man, I kind of miss Drake. He never really had one of those, and he needs one of those. Because now you become like thirsty or over dramatic. It's like when 50 Cent had his run. When 50 Cent had his run, you never had a break. You had 50 Cent's album, you had the G Unit album, then comes the movie for, Get Rich or Die Trying. You got that soundtrack. You got the Massacre comes out. It's just 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. And then right after that, you got Lloyd Banks coming out. In the middle of that, you got Young Buck coming out. So it's just G Unit everything. And all of this is like in a 2-3 year span. So there was like no breaks. That video game was it, pretty much. Yeah, it's about entertainment, mostly, more than anything. If you look around, well, let's highlight some of the Drake problems that he has. I think it's very clear here. It's disappointing to see a successful artist like Drake, though. Such a big financial L comes in his way with the gambling, because it goes to show you that you can make some investing decisions and, it affect everything, in your life, and he's the type of guy that gambles and lose millions. His recent money loss was just one thing. It's a bad series of choices he made, and I don't know how it's going to end out for him, but when you try to get to the end of something, it seems like he's playing around with sports bettors' money, but he loses his own money. Back in May of last year, he lost $550,000 betting on UFC 274. Then he bet $275,000 on a UFC bet in March. He lost that when what's his name, Masvidal went against Kobe Covington. He lost money on that. Then he I think it was like he lost about hundreds of $1,000s on Formula One betting. He won some small bets, but those small bets fell to the wayside. Yeah, he lost $230,000. Oh, there it is. My knee popped. Look, it was popping back in place. That's good. Yeah, he lost about $100,000 on another bet. And he lost $20 million betting on some roulette in another investment room. He think he went on that. He was on the stake website, and he lost some more money trying to gamble and do some other stuff with some cars and jewelry. It was nuts. He even got Rich the Kid. And he was gonna blow 70,000 on a Corvette. And Rich the Kid was like, man, he was like, I was finna do it, and I remember this advice I was told. When you're 40 years old, nobody's gonna remember the car you drove. When you're 40 years old, nobody's gonna remember what car you drove, dog. Don't spend $70,000 on a Corvette you don't need. Well, you want to become the best version of you could be. I think Kendrick is more dangerous than Drake. He's stirring up the industry in a way that threatens their control of the narratives. They won't pump into our eardrums. Yeah, you see? You say there are more Kendrick haters. There are more Drake haters than Kendrick fans. I wouldn't, I guess. But this isn't about hate of Drake. See, this is the thing that you're losing at, Ali, because you probably at a narrative that you got to paint something into Drake's favor. You guys are getting away from the actual point. It's about the damn records. Okay? It was a rap beef. Drake's rap beef, his rap songs versus Kendrick rap songs. Okay? I don't care who outfit looked better than the other ones. I don't care whose girlfriend looked better. I don't care who has a big house and who has a car. Who did this? Who did that? Song for song, skill for skill. Who won? Kendrick won. Drake lost. Period. It's over. Quit trying to move the goalposts. It don't matter. He lost. I don't care who had more fans, who did this, who did that. He lost. It's universal. He lost. That's all that matters. He lost to Kendrick Lamar in a battle. He battled Kendrick and he lost. That is it. All right, that's it. Quit trying to overcomplicate it and make it sound. He got it from Twitter. Then Drake should go to Twitter. Get rid of the OVO sweatshop. Go on Twitter and get every line you can get and try to use it on Kendrick. See if it worked for you. Damn. The man lost. Damn. Y'all worse than Trump. Y'all can't take these L's, baby. No. Fake news. Shut up. Drake did not lose. Still going. It's not over. The battle's not over. Kendrick had 2 weeks. Drake has 2 weeks to declare if it's over or not. Man, come on. Y'all are like really hilarious right now. Y'all really hilarious. Newsflash. No one cares. That's the news flash. The new news flash is no one cares. You really think so? I don't think so. I think Drake is in a position now where he knows he needs to step up and kind of close the door a little bit and try to get himself back together like Jay-Z bounced back from Ether. But Jay eventually had to side with Nas to do that because Jay's career was basically over. The Black Album gave him some saving grace, and then he left after that because the second album, the album he put out right after the Ether, the double album, flop. They was in so much panic mode after that album dropped because they didn't know how bad the damage was until he put out the Blueprint 2. Well, Kendrick's second album. Kendrick's next album is going to be so massively requested, and everybody's going to be glued to it to see if there's going to be some words and jabs on there for Drake. It is going to break records. I mean, Not Like Us is going to be on there, of course. You're going to have, it's already the song of the summer. It ain't been 1 week. It's already been broke streaming records. It ain't been a week, and I'm not tired of the song. I played the song all weekend. Yeah, all 3 songs he put out last week are in the top 10. Euphoria is in there, Meet the Grams is on there, and Not Like Us is all in the top 10. When Drake's song got 1 million dislikes, The Hard Part 6, and Academics is trying to swing it. Oh no, see, y'all got it wrong. See, this is what's really going on. Yeah, this song is hot, and I'm playing Drake music all day. Now, you look Family Matters is tight. I don't care what nobody say. I'm going back to Family Matters. And I'm going to start picking who I think won what. I'm lining the songs up, and I'm thinking this song beat that song. I like that song, and I think this song beat that. I'm like, you are out your damn mind. I think Push-Ups beat Euphoria. I'm like, right then and there, you screwed up. This wasn't even close. This made Drake look so weak. It looked like he was so out of his league. Because the confidence level shows you right then and there is false. I could see that, and I'm not even battling him. I could see his confidence level was gone. His confidence level was gone. He was real cocky on push-ups, right? He was on a high. Taylor Made came out. He's nah. You ain't getting away this time. Because he think he got him. Like, I got him. Kendrick is stuck. He don't know where to go. He know I got him now. I know about the wife. I know about everything. I got material. I'm ready to go. He was all pumped up. Nah, not this time. You ain't pulling out of this one. Then Euphoria come out. Boom. Everybody, what's Drake gonna do? Then he comes out with some tailor-made stuff like 2-3 days later on Friday. I said, by Friday, he's gonna be ready to drop. And you could tell he's ready for it. He got hit with the 616, so he comes all the way out. Okay, yeah, I'm ready. So on Friday, he ready to go there. Go there, start talking about the family. Yeah, I'm talking about day free. 18 minutes. Kendrick was like, let it go. I heard his song. He listened to it as soon as it was over. You dead. You dead. You dead. Release it. Release. Meet the gram. Dear Adonis. From the moment it came out, killed him in 18 minutes. He had 18 minutes to brag. All of it was fire. Everything Kendrick did was different. The first Euphoria is not like 616. 616 is not like Meet the Grams. Meet the Gram is not like Us. All of them are different songs, and all of them are dissing this man in different formats. So this is what he was peeling layer by layer by layer and layered. And when Not Like Us came, it was like, now it's on you. We finna really go in on you, pedophilia, the whole nine. About your weirdo behavior. You are not like us. You are a weirdo. Hanging out with pedos, got them on the payroll. It was layers. Don't you understand? That's how rap battles go. I don't have 1,000 likes. I didn't even go check. Damn, that's all the likes we got. Yeah, we definitely got to like it up. Like it up. Like it up and strike it up. Oh, yeah, Alchemist did his thing on there. Yeah, it's always probably a hipster. They were duds. Yeah, they were such a dud that Drake was destroyed. He was completely destroyed when Meet the Grams came out. And then when Not Like Us hit, it was all over. Drake confidence went, wee. So when he had to come out with his song, it's like, Drake, you got to respond. And I was like, Drake, don't respond. It's all over. It's all over. And then he put out The Hard Part 6, Drake. And it was the Crybaby I Quit record. I ain't got to do this. And you know what record that was? I'm like, here we go with Mary and Jay-Z and Nas. This was the People Talking song. I hear the people talking, no matter where they're walking. Man, I don't even care about hip hop. I ain't got to rap another day in my life. Man, nobody wanted to hear that song. That song was like, man, you better get out of here with this record. He said that piano loop was from Keep It Thorough. I keep it thorough. That's probably why it's so familiar to me. As you know, I'm a keep it thorough kind of guy. I keep it thorough. Where everybody be ass on the ground. Uh-oh, there it is. See? Whenever I fade. Because I don't mess around, Danny. That's most real. Duplicate rap cloner. Let me and you do it live on stage for Dolo. I got a knee brace somewhere, but where the hell is it? Yes, on the Patreon, we explain to you how he was murdered. Prodigy. Oh, it was a lot more to that situation. Nobody really cared to investigate and look into it. But if you look at what's on the surface, you go, why am I talking about this? You know. Raises a lot of questions, though. Like, where's my knee brace? That's a question that's raised. Well, if you're a VIP on the Patreon, the Carcino for Life Patreon, you get to see that video because that video can't be on YouTube for obvious reasons. You could check that out and go from there. I never saw a reason for an adjustment change and like the situation. When you start looking at those situations and seeing how it all process and play out, you right away know there's a problem. All right. I got my ace bandage. So I'm going to shut everything down now. Thank y'all for listening to me, hanging in there. Go to the Patreon, Carcino for Life. Hopefully you guys are subscribed. It's a lot of information that was on here today. Appreciate y'all. We almost got to 700 likes. Should have had over 1,000, but maybe the next one. On this one, we're out. Peace.